Welcome into a playoff edition of Football Frenzy Plus. I am Eric Graver. He is Josh Rysick, and we have another great week of football to start off round one of the playoffs. We're going to work our way up from 3A to 7A, and we can start off with those Byron Tigers who are looking to defend another state title.
Yeah, and what better way to start it off? Starting off in 3A with Byron, obviously looking to build off their momentum from going undefeated the whole entire season and now open it up against a 16 seed in Prairie Central.
Yeah, try and get themselves right as they hope for what should be another deep playoff run. Take us away, Josh.
Yeah, and the Tigers linemen revving up the crowd coming out of the hog trailer to start off the game, and the defense wasn't messing around. Second offensive snap for the Hawks. Andrew Talbert picks it up and goes 66 yards to the house on the scoop and score to put the Byron Tigers up 7-0 to open things up. Then second play of their offensive drive now, Talbert connects with Braden Knoll for the 34-yard, his first of his 4 touchdowns in the first half, and it's 14-0 as Knoll crosses the Knoll line. On the ensuing kickoff, special teams getting in on the action with a turnover. Tigers up 29-0 after one. Byron's defense playing lights out until they give up this Hawks touchdown. Hawks get their 2-point conversion to make it Tigers lead of 29-8 at this point. But the Tigers put up 57 points in the first half alone and advance to play the winner of North Lawndale and Charter in Montini.
Yep, the Tigers look ready to go for the postseason once again. In another 3A game, we got the Princeton Tigers hosting Oregon. Plenty of hot chocolate to go around on a chilly night in Princeton. The Tigers got off to a cool start, and then they got red hot in the second quarter. Casey Etheridge shows off the nice patience, makes a cut, finds a lot of running room, takes it all the way for the first score of the game in the second. Really like those uniforms as well. Helmets look great. And then it's the Tigers setting the tone on defense. Kate Odell blows this play up for a huge loss, and they are just swarming Oregon. These fans seem to be enjoying themselves. That is one way to keep warm, that's for sure. It is cold out there. And next Princeton possession, it's the quarterback, William Lott, following the offensive line across the goal line for the touchdown. And with 8 seconds to go before halftime, Lott connects over the middle with Noah Laporte, and it is off to the races for the senior. Get on your horse, number 11. The big boy is in for 60 yards to score, and they win this one 40-8. And that is the end of a great season for the Oregon Hawks.
Yeah, now let's go over to Dixon for Marengo versus Dixon. The Dukes hosting Marengo, 2 spread teams in 4A for the playoffs. Marengo with a little prayer before the game, and those prayers may be answered here. Rush from the pocket at first, finding a man deep. Look at this one-handed snag on the opening drive for Marengo. Yeah, just like Garrett Wilson last night, as Eric said earlier, on that bomb to take the lead early. A few drives later, we've come to expect this from Dixon. Brandon Kanegi doing what he does best, breaking tackles, finding space, and using his speed to take a 60-plus yarder to the house to tie things up at 7 in the first. And the Dukes weren't done there. Second quarter now, quick pass to true freshman receiver Doolin Long, making a big-time play in the playoffs for Dixon. That score will give them the lead and all the momentum. Now with time running out in the first half, Marengo will drop back to pass on 4th down, but stud Camden Lovett refuses to be blocked, getting the huge sack, and Dixon has no issues in this game here. They take Marengo easily to win it 35-14. We'll see them in the next round of the playoffs.
Now let's head over to Rochelle on a chilly Friday night with the number 2 seed Hubs taking on number 12 Marmion Academy. Start off with less than 2 minutes in the first quarter, and the Hubs get on the board by a 50-yard rush from Roman Villalobos. He gets on his horse, 6-0 Hubs now, 7 minutes left. Carson Lewis looking for our receiver. The rare Hubs pass gets Elijah Harley high pointing it for 35 yards. Now on the next play, Villalobos again gets into the end zone for his second touchdown in the second quarter. Hubs go up 12-0. Their offense just clicking tonight, picking up chunk plays. Carson Lewis to Jack Pavlak for 20 more yards for another touchdown. That puts him up 26-0. The offense was not the only thing firing on all cylinders tonight. The defense got their fair share too, with Parker Rippey dropping this ball, recovered by Xavier Villalobos. Big night for Villalobos' family. I assume their family. Almost a minute until halftime now, and the Hubs just keep on scoring. Lewis to Keegan Kathina for 20 yards. Rochelle goes up 32-0 in the half, and Rochelle dominates the game as their offense and defense. Huge win on both sides of the ball. They take this one 42-7. And heading over to 6A now at Milt Brown Stadium. Belvedere North hosting Caneland in round one. The Knights, in their first drive of the game, going for it on 4th and 1 at midfield, but Blue Thunder defense stands tall, and Ben Butcher makes them pay immediately. Bounces to the outside, nice toe tap to stay in bounds and into the end zone for an early Belvedere North lead, and that warms all the B North super fans up, and we go right back to them on offense. Check out Nolan Benny, the senior. Gets on his horse. He is into Caneland territory. Big time run, and that sets up Booker again on the end around, and he is off again. His second touchdown of the first half. That makes it 14-0, and he is just relentless in the first half. Blue Thunder on offense again after another stop leads to another Booker touchdown, finding the end zone 3 times before even reaching halftime. That makes it 21-3, and heading to the second half now. Blue Thunder with another stop. They turn to their stud junior running back linebacker, Eric Roman, and he is off into the end zone. That makes it 28-3. Their defensive coordinator, Josh Fagan, looking for his guys to slam the door, keep the pressure on Caneland. They do that right here on the option play. That is not the right read from the quarterback, and Belvedere North is moving on. They win this one 35-20. We still have a couple more highlights to get to coming up after the break. We're going to take you to 7A, where Harlem is going up against a very tough test, and Jordan Lynch and his Mount Carmel Caravan. We'll have more highlights, and we'll preview what's coming up on Saturday. That's all coming up right after the break.
Daniel?